aggressively pushing kind of lineup, but in the end, a couple of misplays, and CiC Esports taking advantage. Thus taking it seriously, 1-0. Once again, though, joined by Hanskin and St. Rocks here as my co-casters. Welcome back, guys. So we got game number 2 here. Again, if you're Rexstars, it's a tough place to be in, knowing that you're the underdogs, obviously even coming into the first place, knowing that you're so close to taking a first game. You got to kind of feel through your fingers. You kind of hope that the tilt factor doesn't kick in now for their sake, but we'll see. We'll see. They do get Rhapsody first pick, though. That's a good start. They banned CiC, by the way. With one of their bans, too, though.
Yeah. As you mentioned, well, let's hope for them not to tilt almost in some extent, but it gets hard if you're the underdog and especially you're new to the scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they played well, though, so let's not forget that. I think they should really just stick to the strategy that they had last game. I think it wasn't your strategy that was the wrong thing here. Probably it was more like your play. Usually, you should something that most teams do a lot. Usually, a lot of teams do. It's like when they lose a game, oh shit, man, we need to change something. We can't do this, and that's usually not a good thing in my opinion. You should probably just stick to what you do best and try to correct the things you did wrong instead. And it looks they running the Pebbles and the Rhapsody again, or not the Rhapsody, but it's good with pushing. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah. You got Engineer Rhapsody already, so of course no jungler more than likely going to be coming out instead of the dual support, unlike last game, which they're definitely known for doing as well. But again, the Magnus, CiC really favoring that Magnus. They first pick it again themselves. I mean, we talked about it's third most played hero in the Carnage Academy Pro League and the second highest winning percentage on top of that. So clearly the stats backing up the value of this hero. So they pick it up on top of the Torturer. And now where does CiC go? The final pick here. Cthulhu Fun not available yet.
Yeah. Oh, Flux.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Is that almost a takeaway from Rexstars? Maybe they're thinking that they're going to get it?
Well,
but they could just ban it, I guess. But
yeah,
No,
that's
I think so.
kind of the thing. It's right in before the banning stage. Why don't you just ban it if you want to take it away?
But yeah, I don't know, Flux is okay, but I mean, he's gonna win a lane, sure, but if you don't really have you need something to set up with Flux, else he's just gonna be a big meatloaf.
You can play Moira, right?
no. No, you can't play more.
Damn it.
I wish. I would love to see that hero. Seems like she's going to be fun. But yeah, no, Moira, Cthulhu Font, Silhouette, and I think Shadowblade still, if I'm not mistaken, are not available right now. So.
Okay. There's not really the most obvious choices here in terms of wombo combo. The most common one is the Engineer here, but I kind of want to say that this is going to be a suicide Flux with the Magnus already being picked up. Or even a secondary support. I don't know. It's hard to make a lot of that pick so far.
What do you guys think about CiC staying away from Tundra, especially? Hell, Tundra Parasite. I mean, they've run that, especially Tundra, but they haven't even remotely hinted at this series.
CiC was actually really happy about Tundra in a series. Then we just 2-0'd them. They were using a ringer, but they first picked Tundra in each game, and I don't know. I think maybe they're just moving on, kind of.
Okay. Over that phase into the next one.
I think they still pick it sometimes. It's just more about having other heroes to prefer more, right? Say the Magnus or the Drunken. I'm not sure. Probably might be the case.
Bands finishing up here. Hag, Bubbles, Nymphora, Doctor, and Keeper.
Wait. Slat plays a lot of Behemoth, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So Behe Flux?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just came to my mind right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but how are they going to lane that?
Yeah,
then they need. Then they need to.
Yeah, they pick a range carry with the Behe short lane. I think.
Yeah, they've done that. He kind of pulls the creep wave and jungles with it, and we've seen that a couple times.
So it's a Flux toward mid and Magnus Suicide.
We'll see. If that's
Seems weak to me.
Maybe even Flux Suicide. No?
Flux, yeah, but he doesn't have an escape. Like, if right now you have Engie and Rhapsody on the other team, like those two are pretty good at boxing out people.
Especially the Rhapsody. But if you pool the Flux, right? So he gets like 2 or 3 Crushing Claws. I know we've done it before, and it's like he gets ridiculous, like 800-900 health points at level 1. It's like,
that's pretty bad.
How can you kill that? Unless you have like, it works, I think.
We'll see. We'll see. But he's not gonna get farm, and he's not gonna have an impact on the game. Is what I'm afraid of if they suicide him against the 1v2 lane.
True.
But they went Kraken, so it's a Pebbles short lane maybe.
They also like to run this Suicide Kraken a lot, I think, and.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of want to say that if you pool the Flux enough, like 2 or 3 sets should do it, and then the Tempest as well.
Okay, that's a couple.
Yeah, but that should be enough to get him levels, and then you just really need a PK, I think, if you have a Behe on the carry. But this is probably not going to be the Behe. That makes me a little bit sad. But
Hammerstorm's still possible.
Hammerstorm, yeah. And you get 4 cleavers and
wreck stuff.
They're right-clicking Swiftblade here.
I think that would be a good pick.
Well, he doesn't lane very well with... Oh, okay, Rhapsody Swiftblade then. Okay.
Yeah. Or just try lane, I mean. Would that be out of the question?
I still don't think they can kill Flux with Rhapsody Swiftblade. Yeah, maybe Trolling would be a better chance.
Yeah, I mean it would make sense after Tempest pick up to go aggressive trial lane, because Tempest is passive jungler. We'll see.
All right.
I really want Sing to just go something full out of the box here, like something never picked with Flux, like the Lodestone or Alonia. Flint, yeah, such combination there.
Nomad.
Need some Rift in here. Need some Rift.
Draconis. Bring back Draconis.
Alright.
I
think they're just gonna go Solstice or something. Or maybe not with the Swiftblade pick, but...
Who's it gonna be? Time up. Okay.
What? That's a little bit of a hard pick though, because you really want something that can dodge landing phase properly.
Yeah.
You would probably be looking towards the Hag if you could, but obviously that's gonna be banned. So
Madman doesn't have the I would say probably a Gemini.
But that doesn't really synergize with your theme though.
No, yeah, that's a really tough pick for them.
But if they're smart about it here, I'd like to see them put either the Mag or the Flux in the top lane. Something that dies. Like it's way harder to kill that than the Slither. If they choose a Talon though, which I think they would, which I think they should. Yeah. Maybe have the Slither mid or something like that. So,
pretty sure Fox is gonna go down.
Yeah, it's also something to notice that it's being played by Mickey, not by Keisu. So Keisu on the Magnus actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Huh.
And they did a smart thing here. They bought the boots on Keisu, put a ward up top. Something we like to do a lot in BMG. Just for the sake of seeing the Legion heroes and where they're about to lane, right? So like if you have, say the other team has 2 supports, you're gonna have, and like you don't really have an escape mechanism here, like the Hag or something. You really need to, you want to see their lanes before you set your mind to where you're gonna put all these heroes. So like you really want the Mag or the Flux to be up against the Trallin. You don't want the Slither. He's just gonna get demolished and just not have any impact on the game if he's up against the Trallin. Because there's no way in reality they contest that with Slither, Torture, Tempest and win that effectively.
Yeah.
So yeah, they put the ward up there and it's getting more and more common.
It's probably gonna be a Magnus up. Well, So right now, if I'm Tempest, I did exactly the same thing in our series just before this. When I see an aggressive trial lane, I start to consider very, very deeply if I should move my ass into another jungle. Because especially with Solstice, if a support starts to sit on your ass, you're not gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
Not at all. And Tempest is better dealing with that, but he's not like he can't. Parasite is the only jungler that's really good against that. So yeah, I think Tempest might consider moving into that jungle, at least for a time.
Make some adjustments. We'll see. What his lapped ultimate goes with here, but yeah, looks like Mickey just getting that figured out, and we should be good to go for game 2 here.
What do you think about that, actually, Simon? I want to know. Like, would you just stay in your jungle and hope it works out, or?
Let's see here. Like, so KZ is gonna put this ward. So Slap is gonna probably. He saved a lot of gold. So in case this is a good buy, because in case Legion blocks his jungle and then goes for the 1-2-2 setup, he has money enough to counter ward and still stay in his jungle. But if they trial in, he can just buy up like items and mana potions, and just go there the Legion jungle. So he wants to scout out if they block his jungle and go for the 1-2-2 setup. He wants to stay in his own and then just reward everything. Try to at least. It can be tricky sometimes. But if they're trialing in top, he will most likely just look to head to the bottom jungle or the Legion.
Yeah.
Oh, Engineer spotted. Rhapsody
So
spotted. Dragon spotted.
They know.
You basically always want to be in the jungle where the supports aren't.
That's a really nice report coming down from Insania here.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing that happened in our series, actually.
Yep.
That's funny, because, yeah, that was... they had them both co-casting, and they were talking about that, like, the whole time. Like, very early on, and sure enough, KZ places it in the same spot that they were talking about.
I was actually just about to say that I would have liked it to, like, I would have placed it, you know, on the little hill closer to the lane, where you can see just like some of the lane, but the trees block the rest of the vision. If you get like towards the river,
yeah,
you can see if anyone is entering the lane. But I guess he chose not to. He chose not to go for it, and they're dual laning top.
Yeah, they got the Torture up here. It ends up just being a Kraken. So what are you going to be? Well, he's trying to pull right here. It looks like he might be able to do that successfully at least. Torture trying to stop as much as he can. Middle lane in the meantime. Actually, Flux in a lot of trouble right here. Stuns are going all over the place. The turret as well to slow him down, and Mickey gets Bloodlusted as Red Rockstar playing the Rhapsody gets the Bloodlust kill. So roaming Rhapsody early on, adjusting lanes. Sure enough, it pays off.
Yeah, she's coming for Tempest now.
And this is a really bad
decision. She's gonna take a lot of.
Oh, she might die even.
No. But yeah.
Level 1. But that's.
Oh, he's blocking himself.
Micro.
Okay, there you go.
He's gonna die here.
Maybe?
He's
He's coming over.
Yep.
He's gonna chop down that tree.
Oh,
chopping down the tree. Slap is in trouble. He's wasting their time. He's wasting their time now.
Is,
so
yeah.
It's worth it though for the Legion.
Yeah.
Even gets an assist.
Tempest doesn't really lose anything. He used up all his gold, especially when you see support kill himself on neutrals.
Yeah, that's true. He actually spent all his gold before dying.
Yeah. So it doesn't hurt him that bad.
It just helps the other team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It gives the support some XP and some gold.
Well, Rhapsody's gonna have boots right away. I mean, he already has 600 gold, so yeah.
That's a big problem.
I like that point though, because he would have to rotate to his own jungle anyway. So.
Yeah.
Could you justify getting say he got those 2 kills right there? He had 600 gold like right away. He ended up buying boots with it, but could you justify buying a bottle and giving it to your Pebbles and then just having him spend that money elsewhere?
Yes, for sure. I think the only player who would actually do that in reality is supports.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's actually...
That's the support way to do it, yeah.
Yeah, that's the support way to do it.
True support, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's actually very justified if you...
Super cheesy, but yeah.
It's like
it's definitely doable.
Yeah, you're not gonna have that goal to work with usually, so why do you need it now if you can give it to your Pebbles?
Yeah.
And he's gonna have it increases.
Speaking of Pebbles, in the meantime, Mickey once again in trouble. He pulls in Rhapsody. He's talking about it, though. The impalements up for Torture. But a lot of things nearby. Granted, Rhapsody dropping pretty low right there. Is going to be fine, though. But speaking of rune control, that's what they have right there. Haste turn on Rhapsody, assisting for that kill. So Mickey has now died twice here in this middle lane. The start is huge here for Rexar's Pebbles. 0-2. He's already 340 gold per minute. 16-1 compared to 7-0 Flux now.
Magnus is doing pretty hard for Suicide Magnus, though. 200 plus GPM. Slither is raping his lane. So it's good that Rexars need to win mid lane at this point. That's where we are, and they're doing it, so that's good. And Rhapsody is pulling now as well, so Magnus is, yeah, he's not gonna be too happy.
At first, I kind of wanted to like almost talk down a little bit on Rexars because of them letting the Kraken go 1v1 against the Slither, which is something you typically never want to do, especially when Hellborn has a jungler like that deals very poorly with roamers usually. Yeah. But then like the Tempest actually headed down into the Legion jungle and died there. They got a kill middle, so it worked out in the end. And they blocked the jungle, I think.
Oh, Rhapsody going down.
Yep. The first kill for CiC right here. Yep, she's gonna fall. Magnus happens to roam on over and cut off Red Rexar right there. Support actually getting credit for the kill on Torture.
Beautiful stun from Tort. He just saved Magnus's. Yep.
And now Magnus actually is doing just as well as the Swift play down here, which is not what you want to have happen.
What is Kraken?
I guess it's just due to all of the roaming.
I don't know what Kraken's doing, to be honest, but actually he's here. This is why he's here. Flux is going to get caught once again. Kraken comes in with a torrent applied, and down he goes. Mickey is not liking this game right now.
Nope. He's not happy.
0-3-0 here. 200 gold per minute still. I mean, that's actually not bad, considering he's died 3 times down the middle lane, but obviously not ideal. You were just wondering what Kraken was doing. Eh? Hey, at least he gets something.
Yeah, well, he was ganking. Yeah, apparently. It wouldn't have worked if what are you doing? Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, in case you thought, I mean, that was close. It was very close to actually living there, but
I thought he was going to stun away, but he must have missed like just 10 mana or something.
Yeah, he was just shy.
In either case, I think Mickey is playing way with like he got balls, but it's kind of hurting him. Like if he played back and Kraken had done nothing, I'm sure Flens has called the miss. Like he's saying, guys, there's no one up here, so be careful. Kraken is ganking. That should be the cue for Mickey to go and talk with his tower.
Yeah.
Very intimate. Yeah. He was playing too far up there.
Spend some time with the tower, because yeah, that was.
Yeah, like tell it how you feel about it. Like it's beautiful and stuff.
Engineer getting caught out here.
Oh.
All right, Keg done. Can he somehow escape? No, he can, despite the illusions coming up. But now here comes Pebble. Slagman's coming out. Magnus got the steam bath off initially, kind of a little distracting, but it's not going to matter. Swift Slash is also used right there from Swiftplay to guarantee the kill. So Rexar's having the advantage as far as movement's concerned, but despite his 6-2 lead, I mean, the overall stats aren't really showing an aggressive lead here. I mean,
no, but it's actually more towards their favor because of them having a hard carry and Hellborn doesn't in that sense, right? Yeah. But another thing when you talked about like Mickey getting killed there, even though like the Kraken was probably the miscall was probably being called.
Yeah.
Like. So I had a thought, does that make sense in a bit? Like, so the mid player for Hellborn in this case is Mickey, and he's one of those like really aggressive players. So if he's having this really bad game, would that be a lot worse for them if, say, Keisu had this really bad game, if he was on the Flux? Because, you know, Keisu is a much more passive player, and if he was on the Flux, he would most likely not have died there. If that makes sense.
So it goes back to the players playing their heroes that they're more comfortable with, and their
But when I think about Mickey, he's always going for those plays, and he's probably not going to back off in the first manner. Yeah, so
that's true. I did catch that. Oh, actually, speaking of the middle lane, Torture does go down. Watching the top lane, I don't know why, but Flux is going to be fine. But I was going to say, though, obviously Kraken got picked off to catch that Tempest ultimate used and everything, but they did finally do enough damage to take him out at least, so good gank set up there.
When you say that, Hanskin just mentioned that they have the hard carry, I would like to point out that the Hellborn has the Tempest.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess like they have the Kraken, so they can counter the whole, but like a really farmed hero is not he can deal with a Swiftblade that has farm. Swiftblade is my point is Swiftblade isn't that hard of a carry, in my opinion.
Tempest gets picked off as well. Obviously, Flex falling just before that, so Topper in action. 4 players end up being there for Rexars in total. And Little Rexar actually on Pebbles ends up with a double tap, so he's 4-0-3. We're 8.5 minutes into this game. Obviously having a great start once again. Just like the previous game here. And, yeah, I mean, with that said, so you have Slither here. He is doing great. You know, he has that at least early to mid-game presence as far as carry goes. He has 1,900 plus gold saved up. What do you think makes sense here for him?
I'd say just Energizer, yeah, just team fight your way back into the game. And get Energizer maybe. I feel like Slither is one of those heroes where people, they mix up a lot and they go for, there's not really like, oh, this is the way you build Slither, like there is for other heroes. So, Fuso really likes the Energizer into Geometer Spin usually. I know that Chessie liked the Staff of the Master and Trunken build. Who else is there? I'm not sure what Imba Boys buys on it.
Well, he does go Energizer, by the way. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of.
Yeah, Energizer is something everyone can agree on, I think. Except for Chessie. But he's playing Dota, so he don't count.
Exactly.
Doesn't count.
So.
But yeah. My bad. You continue.
I was just gonna say Kraken. He's kind of left that top lane. It seems like the CiC's, they got 4 players up in this area right here at the top lane.
Yep.
I mean, Flux is even coming up here now. Okay, they're changing up. Okay.
They want the Polki and Flux eventually before they know that the Legion team's initiator is having a really good time, 4 kills and a lot of farm. So they wanna try to have a Polki up and running before Pebbles takes over the game.
Look at this though, this is such a good timing from Legion, oh my god. It hurts to just watch it. This Legion just ported down bottom with the mag. They really wanted to kill those Ancients and they just come clear out most of it right there.
Oh, the 3 big dragons are left, so...
Yeah, they're still getting those, but... Such a
it's
good
like
timing.
600 out of the 1k, I suppose.
Oh, top lane though, look at this. Kraken Invis. He's waiting to set up with Pebbles maybe, but no. They don't stick around for that. They're going to be fine. Pebbles is getting closer to that portal key. 1,800, 1,900 gold now. So another creep wave. He's got it.
Yeah.
Kraken could use some boots. He got his boots now. 11 minutes. Okay, cool. There we go.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, just what happens when you lane against a Slither though.
Yeah.
Swiftblade going Energizer as well with the Ghost Marcher. So again, we see that often. It's just that double phase effect. Extra phase is always nice.
It helps as well with lots of slow on the Hellborn team. Even though he has a spin, the Flux slow is physical, so it doesn't really matter if he has a spin or not. It's just very common build. It's usually pretty good in my opinion.
Any towers been killed yet? No tower kills yet.
Oh. I was just about to say that kill on Magnus that Swift managed to get, it has really like changed the favor of the entire game in my opinion. Because Magnus is very far away from his Polki at this point, and Swift is having a really good time. Before it was even, now it's heavily tilted into Swift's favor, and Magnus is one of the heroes they want to get a quick Polki on to retaliate every time Pebbles goes in, basically.
Yeah.
I guess the same goes for Flux. But they don't really. Hellborn is gonna need.
Slither's actually gonna jump down in the middle. Energy field going down as well. He pops the poison first. He knows he's dead. Just going all in for counter kill. But that ain't going to happen. Engineer just too tank. Yeah, you see the disco inferno as well. Mitigating
doesn't
a lot
help
of
him
that.
though. No, it doesn't actually heal
Oh,
him
that's
that
a good
much.
point, actually, yeah, because of the toxicity. Well, their life wasn't going down at least, so
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
The power supply works though, right? It just
Yeah,
gives you.
Yeah,
It's just-
it's regen.
Yeah.
So, obviously, good kill there. I mean, again, because you look at the GPM chart, and the big shining factor right now for CiC was Slither. Still is. I mean, he's still 350, slowly going down GPM, but big pick there.
They have so many heroes they need farm on, but they have nowhere to farm them because basically the only safe lane right now is top lane, and that's why they're just drawn to the top lane because they all want to farm and they don't want to die for it. And they decided to rotate to the mid, and now Slither died. I think they're going for a team fight now, team fight push. Maybe into a concede if they lose.
Oh, yeah,
This part can tilt the game in either way.
Yeah, Pebbles, he's gonna go balls to the wall right here, jumps in, torch off the mat, dropping it quickly. He's somehow barely alive at the last second. We do see though, Kraken
What?
ultimate. Yeah, what was going on there? Tempest elemental
no.
void.
Yeah, he pushed him away
What?
instead of pulling them in there. That's unfortunate.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, it was a really good fight for Hellborn. Like Pebbles did YOLO swag all over the place. He went for the torture. Another fight breaking up.
Yeah, we do see Kraken release. Kraken is going to be coming out right here. And Inkas are protecting him at the last second. Kraken barely stays alive. He does fall when it's all said and done, though. Torch up in a chase with Magnus and everyone else, though. Rhapsody maybe falling victim, barely staying alive. Magnus really wants this kill, though, but it comes at a cost. He ends up falling as he chased just a little bit too far right there. So the fight, a lot of back and forth fighting going on there.
Really good teamwork by the Rexar support duo. Yeah.
All right.
That was like I feel like Rexar threw away a lot of the advantage they had, like with the Pebbles jump. Like, why is he not jumping an important target? He basically died in that jump. Like Magnus stunned him and then he died.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, even if he got the torture and he then died, that's still a bad trade. I suppose he thought he had more team.
Perhaps, but obviously, yeah, not the best decision there in the end. So you were saying that could have been a conceivable victory for Rexars if that just went totally in their favor, but not even close. CiC, in fact, you could definitely argue even coming out on top because of how that played out. So
Yeah, definitely.
oh, middle lane though, Flux is going to be caught yet again. He is a lot tankier than earlier levels, but still not tanky enough. Although here comes the supporting cast though. Rhapsody poison burst or spray, I should say, not enough though. Chase unsuccessful. So Flux falls again. Did he even discharge that last fight? I don't even think he did.
Oh yeah, he pulled him away from the
Did
temple.
he? Okay, that's right.
It's just
deaths, wow.
no way they should lose a team fight when they have the pole key. Like, they have the initiation. The enemy team has nothing. What do you think about that, Simon?
I don't know, it was a poor jump, I suppose. Not enough follow-up. I'm a little surprised that the Swiftfoot didn't have a TP ready.
Yeah.
Pretty good hole, I guess. Even though he got Flux pulled him away.
If he hadn't wasted the hole on Tempest, like the Flux ulti was perfect. Like, it saved Magnus in the process. Then he decided to go back in. But, yeah.
I also wanted to comment on the item build on Tempest. I don't really like the team with there, especially when they're pushing that top tower. I would have really liked him a lot more to get the Astrolabe there. Because really, like, what does Steamits do for you on the Tempest? Gives you health, basically. And, like, you don't really need the movement speed when you're... I don't know, I just really like the Astrolabe a lot more. I get it now, but it's just so much more effective when it's 11 minutes in and not 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Steamits gives you health. It didn't even have investment at the point, and it's like the same amount of investment in gold, but the Astrolabe can also make wonders for your team as well, and it's like, it makes sense in my head at least.
I also find it fun too. I mean, again, this is kind of hero that you like to stick up with this. It's actually middle lane. Speaking of Flux, he's going to go on, and Pebbles right here gets the follow-up. And Magnus actually stunning it, guaranteed the job. Discharge was used initially to get that kill. Big energy field though coming out from Engineer. Flux kind of trapped in the middle of it, but no, he's going in actually. Has some team follow up. Engineer taking a lot of damage right here. He gets pulled back in. Magnus doesn't, but the protective melody at the last second, saving him initially. Will it save him when it's all said and done? Maybe Red Rex are now in trouble. He's gonna try to run away. TP coming in, not enough. The Tavis ultimate, it pulls in Swiftblade as soon as it comes in. He gets pulled backwards in every which way. Poison burst comes out. He's spinning away. Will it be enough in the end? No, it will not. He goes down. Pebbles jumps in the last second, though, and Torturer falls, but that's just a support Torturer. It ain't game one. Pebbles goes down as well. Right now, CiC is just tearing apart Rexars. When it's all said and done, the tower's going to end up falling here on top of it all. So now CiC Esports is starting to get a really good lead here.
Yeah.
Second time,
that was a buyback on Pebbles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, the Swiftblade wasn't in that fight until like they were diving the tower, and he was basically porting in alone into the Tempest Hole. And like, second time he's being found on another side of the map without a TP ready, and that's really unfortunate. That's really not what you need, especially on an active character like Swiftblade. You really have to be in those fights, and that's where you shine, I think.
Conqueror's gonna fall. This is gonna be a token, obviously, for CiC Esports. So, yeah, talk about again both games. At times to just turn to just when you think Rexars is in a fairly decent spot, just some decision making's either just not there, not executing the finest. But at the same time, you got to give credit to CiC. You know, they're capitalizing as they should be, and they're the ones making the plays in the end.
That's the power of Magnus, though. Like that stun, it's so good to follow up. Like. It basically just sets up kills on stuff that, like, if that had been, I don't know, a Kraken, he wouldn't have been able to do the same. That stun is really, really awesome.
Yeah. I was going to say Flux, okay, yeah, he's going to be fine, so. Again, I was going to make a comment on this earlier. He's got a double bracer here. And, you know, we've seen the Astrolabe. Okazu actually does go the Astrolabe when he plays the Flux, but obviously they already had that on Tempest, so. Probably not going to turn into Astrolabe, just really going to sit as the bracers here in the end.
He's probably just tired of dying at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Just tanking up early stats. A bottom push, so Rexar's keeping it going, however. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Magnus stuns in. Here come the TP generation. Not in time, though. He got the spin off, but he's still in a lot of trouble. He's coming for the TP. Yes, he will be fine. But the deny on the tower is successful.
So annoying.
Yeah.
That was,
there's no other hero that can do that as well as we play. Go ahead, Sam.
That was like, well, Pred can do it as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Predator, but...
Oh yeah, I have Pred, I guess.
I don't know. It wouldn't have worked if Tempest had hold up, and it wouldn't have worked if Torture had been a little bit faster. I'm pretty sure, like, if he'd gotten the second the chain stun on, and Impaled Thrift, the auto attacks would have finished him off before he got the 4-through. That's gonna be my call on that one.
Look at these item progressions on Legion. The Kraken. Okay, so the Kraken Engineer, they're basically both skipping any build-up items.
Yeah. And
just going straight portal keys. What do you think about that? I think it's gets really countered by Mech or Astrolabe.
Well, Engineer's going to use it right here. They catch Tempest out of position. He does have team support. Astrolabe heal coming out. He has an element to put as well. Will he look to use it? No, he gets pulled in. But a big Magnus eruption. That's the Flux Magnus combo coming into play right there. They just wiped them out. But here's Swiftblade and Kraken now. Swiftblade especially. The spin on top of them. Right now, Flux, though, he's tanky. He's going to fall back. Slither is still here as well. She has a token of life. Magnus goes back in. Pebbles, he uses the second final buyback. He might be regretting it quickly. Little Rex taking some good damage. Swift Slash is passing around. Protective Melody in the background as well. Slither, they need to kill Rhapsody right here. Slither goes down. Again, though, she has a token. Flux kiting in the background in the meantime. Magnus does in. Down goes Kraken. Swiftblade's going to fall as well, looks like. And CiC Esports on their way to taking game number 2. And thus taking the series here. Unless Rexars can really slow down the pace very quickly.
Alright, so you have like Pebbles could have tossed Tempest into the NG field, and Tempest would have died. Tempest ended up dying, but Pebbles had to sacrifice himself for that, for the final auto attack. And also they're never 5 when they're fighting. It's like 3 of them are there, and then the rest comes in.
When they've always lost the fight, pretty much. They just come in too late.
Yeah, like they I don't know. It's they had a really good opportunity to take this game, but they just. I don't know what to say.
They had a great opportunity to take this series. I mean, game number 1 too. Again, it's obviously, you know, I can sit here and we'll say the obvious. You know, inexperience perhaps coming into play here for Rexstars compared to where they've you know been here before and everything. So sure that could be a thing, but yeah, again, no doubt, things just like I said, they've been the ones taking advantage, whereas Rexstars has been the one. But at the same time, again, they're really showing that. They can't
Look at Slither.
Yeah, just toying with him, really. He's gonna keep it going. I love it.
Train.
The early game is there for Rexstars, like the laning phase. They do that really well, but then when there's action coming in, like the ganks and the pushes and stuff like that, they just get outmaneuvered in a sense, and that's, as you said, like where CiC is just way better because they've been around for a much longer time. And, it's a shame though. I think Rexstars had a very good opportunity to take the series overall, and I hope they just don't get demoralized by this. I think I would like to see this team keep going. And
yeah, I mean, well, again, on that note, is actually middle lane, so there's going to be fine, and oh, they might counter though. Kraken did release the Kraken. They know that's down. You see Magnus Mickey wants to chase. Protected Melody to save Pebbles barely. Oh, what? No. It doesn't matter though. He still falls in the end. As this disc wears off in time. Kraken is also going to get caught out right here. He too will fall. Again, at this point, it's already probably been over here for Rexstars, but they try to hang in there. It's just not going to happen though. CiC's just clearing them up, despite some big play attempts. But you know, as I was getting at though, you're kind of to that point. Yes, they're missing out on a bigger portion of the prize pool. They're still going to be competing for some though in the 3rd place matchup, even with the loss here. But at the same time too, these 4 teams, all you guys are moving on obviously to the next cycle, and thus also qualifying for a diamond upon True Season 3. So, you know, that is something to look forward to for obviously especially a team like Rexstars. And I would hope and assume that they're definitely still going to be sticking around. Not be too demoralized by this, but instead use it for motivation moving forward.
Oh, exactly.
Still though, they still have a chance to finish 3rd here. They're going up against Reason tomorrow. You have obviously used playing since. And,
that's an easy win, right?
They don't have a chance. They don't have a chance.
No,
it's all out.
Yeah, same sucks, man.
It's all over. It's all over. Like, pack your bags, guys. We're going home.
That's a big fight going on here again. Obviously, though, it's just CiC just too powerful. It's definitely a classic case of now their items and levels are just really showing here. And that's not going to matter. So, yeah, Concevo comes out. GG well played in Game 2 and the series will go to CiC Esports when it's all said and done. So, in the end, I will say, you know, if you're looking at the scoreboard here from today of both series, you might say to yourself, oh, just stomps by the favorite teams. Not really. I mean, even the BMG Reason series is a great series, I thought, at least. And in the end, though, of course, BMG, you guys taking that series. And in the end, though, in this series, CiC Esports takes the series 2-0. A lot of series going on. But that does mean grand finals tomorrow are set. It is Bad Monkey Gaming versus CiC Esports. And then, again, the 3rd place matchup will, of course, be Rexstars versus Reason Gaming. Yep. As we were just talking about.
Both actually very good matches. Like, I can definitely see both of the series be pretty even.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
The 3rd place match is the first one to be played, right?
Yes, it's scheduled to be the first one tomorrow, so 12 Eastern, 18 Central European time.
All right.
That's what Reason versus Rexstars should be at, and then again CiC versus BMG after for the grand final. So that's supposed to be a best of the 5, actually. So hopefully you guys are ready for a good series.
It's gonna be a long one.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, obviously you have those game 1s that you had the last time you played every single game. Then we'll be there for 7-8 hours. But no, I'm looking forward to obviously a good series tomorrow. With that said, St. Rocks, we'll start with you first. Any final words about today? Any shout-outs you want to make?
Great games. Shout out to Lorx and Jordy, and my team, man. My team. Don't forget them.
Those guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good. Hanskin, what about you?
Oh my god. Shoutouts. Cupid, BMG, Papa Björn, everyone involved. My team, obviously. Yeah, that will do for now, I think.
All right. Well, we'll definitely talk more tomorrow. I'm sure maybe get some pregame interviews going into those grand finals. Again, $8,000 prize, but ultimately on the line for the first place matchup. It's a difference of $2,000, $4,000 for first, $2,000 for second. And I think it's a 12 and 800 split for third and fourth. So, definitely some good money on the line tomorrow, especially in both those matchups. And looking forward to seeing how that plays out. So, once again, guys, the schedule for tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time. That'll be the third place match of Rexars versus Reason Gaming. And then after that, the grand finals, CiC Esports versus Bad Monkey Gaming in a best of 5 to determine who the Cycle 1 champions will be here for the Cards and Kaldivar Pro League. Looking forward to that. As far as myself goes, thanks again to the co-casters. All the co-casters, not only Hanskin and St. Rocks here, but earlier in St. and KZ. Had a lot of fun here today. Again, looking forward to going into tomorrow. Also, shout out to the CP Kappas. You guys are around. And I am jumping back into the stream thing myself, so looking forward to continuing that as well. The own stream thing. Twitch.tv/BreakyCBK, of course. Shameless plug right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, though, we're going to be coming back tomorrow. Honcast, 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time. Third place match, followed by the grand finals, Carnage and Kaldivar Pro League. We'll see you then. Have a good night, guys.
See you guys later. Good cast.